Okay, first things first. This little section here was going to be ask questions for the 1,000 subscribers. But you know what? I don't have 1,000 subscribers anymore. A bunch of you guys unsubscribed for whatever reason. Now I only have 998. So yeah, for all of the guys who unsubscribed, fuck you. You don't get any question and answer now. I'm not doing 1,000 question and answer subscriber thingy. Because I fucking hate you. That is all.
Now, we have been taught with an academic profile that separates man and dinosaur by at least 64 million years.
It's probably because the evidence says.
And my guest, a very qualified chemist and a professor.
Chemist and professor? Oh, dear.
Has been schooled in the same background. However, he has information to share with us today to indicate that we are actually surrounded by dinosaurs and viable reports of living dinosaurs in this generation.
I believe in Nessie!
Would you help me welcome for Surrounded by Dinosaurs, Professor Chemist John Pendalton.
Pendalton! In the next couple of minutes, Pendalton and his butt buddy decide to chat about a conference they had where they basically convinced everyone with lies that creation was true. So we're just going to cut that out.
But now you are the agent for the Institute for Creation Research.
What, you mean those slimy dickheads who recently filed a DMCA against Don Exodus?
Right.
I thought so.
Since the beginning of 2000, I've been their international correspondent to all of Latin America, the whole Spanish-speaking world, and also Spain.
Wait a minute, Spain is a part of the Spanish-speaking world? I would have never guessed!
For their radio program Back to Genesis, but in Spanish. And people write to us, and we send on an average of 300 packets of free creationist literature to some 20 countries of Latin America and Spain.
Kind of like dropping leaflets of stupidity. In Spain. After that, there's more talking about, here's how you can get in touch with me, and yes, I've made videos about how I'm a creationist.
I just don't talk. I show lots of visuals that just make it exciting for everyone to understand all the many and different questions about creation, evolution, dinosaurs, the Bible, science, the ape men, age of the earth, the flood, the Big Bang, all these things. Well illustrated, well explained, and supports the Bible as it is.
If the evidence you have supports the Bible as is, then it's not really well illustrated or well explained at all, now is it?
As it is. And the Bible is scientific as it is written. There's no question whatsoever.
Evidence says otherwise. More jabbering about getting in touch with him, blah, blah, blah.
Now, in your lectures, you point out that the entire ecosystem is a system designed by God with interrelationship from bacteria all the way to the pulses that we find in cosmic radiation.
Well, I suppose a God could have designed this world, but the thing is, a God didn't need to design the world for everything to work together and interlock with each other. You want to know what could have done that? Evolution! Or, at the very least, natural selection. Because natural selection chooses things that work well with the environment. So if you don't work well with the environment, if you're some kind of many-legged monstrosity that can't run, can't get food, can't do anything very good, you're gonna die out. And your genes won't carry on. But if you can hide in the grass and, pop up and be all, alright, I'm gonna eat you, and then jump out and attack an animal and get your food, then you're going to survive. Things will change to fit into their environment. That's all evolution says. And you don't need a God to make that happen. All that needs to happen is the universe existing, because things will naturally become in tune with the things around them, given many, many, many years. Millions of years, even.
And the living systems in particular. In fact, I've heard you lecture regarding dinosaurs as still being alive today and pterodactyls as still being alive today.
First of all, let me me say, I am actually impressed that he made the distinction between dinosaurs and pterodactyls. The reason being, dinosaurs are strictly defined as terrestrial creatures. You can't have a dinosaur that's in the water. So, Plesiosaurus, not really a dinosaur. And neither were pterodactyls and the other dinosaurs we thought could fly. They're not actually dinosaurs. But dinosaurs still being around today? Yeah, I don't think so. Hey! Drop that, you fucking Quetzalcoatlus! Drop it!
Let's address that before this audience.
Please, I'm just dying to hear what pseudoscience you can vomit out.
On another program, you talked to us about an enterprise that you have. Let's briefly share this with this new audience. This is a pterodactyl model. What on earth are you doing with this?
Well, the thing is, where I live in central Mexico, we've received a number of first-hand testimonies of having seen creatures like this or similar that are not birds. They don't have feathers. They have membrane-type wings.
They're called bats or liars.
One was seen dead up in the mountains in the state of Jalisco. Another one is a bus driver coming down from the mountains. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Broad daylight.
That's rare because these creatures aren't nocturnal. They fly at night.
Exactly.
The bus driver or the pterodactyl?
Right.
So he must have been after something that attracted his attention
or something
response.
Frightened him out of his thing. And so, but here's the thing this exciting is a recent witness has come to me that in her village, people are losing animals. Like, they wake up in the morning, there's a goat without a head, or there's blood trails and missing livestock, usually in the sense of goats or sheep. Nothing bigger than that's been lost.
This must be the work of my old nemesis, El Chupacabra!
And sometimes when there's enough moonlight, people have actually seen these creatures flying to the size of a small airplane.
Incredible, like an 18 to 20 foot wingspan.
Exactly. That's what the bus driver saw.
The bus driver is a liar, or you're a liar, or something. Somebody is a liar.
And our plan right now is to do more investigating in this village area where there have been more sightings frequently. I'm talking about once a month, once every 3 months, but that's often. And of course, the loss of the animals indicates if we build a, quote, feeding area and with some infrared cameras that would take pictures, they're motion activated, that we can begin to see if they're going to come there. And then our next step, hopefully with the tranquilizer dart, to fasten a radio transmitter, take a few blood samples, and then to give another shot so it'll wake up and show us where the whole family is.
Wouldn't that be incredible?
Are these guys talking about hunting dinosaurs? Seriously talking about hunting dinosaurs? Oh, good fucking God.
You are doing scientific research.
Exactly.
And hands-on, I commend you. We need to pray for you in this effort.
Please, it is so important because...
Scientific research on dinosaurs? This is scientific research on dinosaurs? Go get a shovel and a brush, motherfucker.
This obviously, the thing is, it's something of God. It's for God's glory.
Lying to children is for God's glory? Okay then, if you say so.
Okay?
Yes.
I don't want to do this just to be a famous person. I want God to get the glory. I want evolution to really take 3 steps back and say, I think we've been wrong for 65 million years.
You know, creationism has been wrong for 13 billion years. And that's a fact. And you know what? Scientists always do take a step back. If there was someone who actually had some legitimate evidence against evolution, and they presented it, do you know what would happen? They would get the Nobel Prize. They wouldn't have to worry about funding any of the research for the rest of their life. Disproving evolution would be a scientific miracle because it's so well proven. Even better proven than the theory of gravity. Newton's theory of gravity is broken too. We have to use Albert Einstein's. Scientific indeed.
And begin to wake up to...
In fact, those 65 million years do not even exist.
I know, that's ridiculous.
And in Job chapter 40, we have man and dinosaur living contemporaneously. Job chapter 41, we have Leviathan, which was a serpentine creature that breathed fire. And there literally are 6 scientific conditions in Job chapter 41 that if replicated anywhere on the earth will give you a controlled fire. So again, the Bible proves itself to be true.
Right.
You want to be very careful, John.
As I recall, Leviathan was in the book of Revelations, but even if it wasn't, fire-breathing dragons. Okay. Evidence, please? What, you don't have any? You don't have any evidence that humans and dinosaurs even lived together? Well, that's what I thought. Oh, well, apart from the Bible, but, you know, the Bible isn't exactly a good scientific textbook because the earth does not have a canopy of water above it, and the sky is not a dome, and the earth is not a flat disc, as the Bible says many, many times. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this video. I will be making more dealing with this particular little discussion. Until then, peace, love, and the inevitable flowers. Mwah.